Welcome everyone to the Inland Sports Show. Before we start the show, make sure you like this video and you've subscribed to the Inland Sports Show YouTube channel. And if you're a local business or organization and you'd like to promote yourself on this show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. The show starts right now. Garcia's left footage. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show, every single Wednesday night, breaking down sports here in the IE. It is championship week for a lot of different reasons. We got basketball and soccer, CIF Southern Section Finals coming up Friday and Saturday. The weather is going to be a factor, certainly for soccer, outdoors. And, of course, the state meet for wrestling up in Bakersfield this Friday and Saturday as well. A little bit later in the show, we're going to really break down the girls soccer Division 6 championship match. It's all local. Ramona taking on Carter for that championship match. But right now, we're going to start on the wrestling mat. We are going live straight up to Bakersfield, where the host city for the CIF State Meet, the Canyon Springs Cougars, joining us live on the show. Listen, we've got a couple guys that are going to be in the hunt for a CIF State Championship this coming weekend for the Cougars. Before we get to them, I know Coach Lowe, Jason Lowe, is running around there somewhere. Coach, can I get you? There he is. I want to get him on there first.
Hey.
Coach, listen, I know you guys just got into Bakersfield. You haven't even gotten your hotel room. I know the action starts bright and early Friday morning. How are you feeling about your guys right there as you go into the state meet?
Feeling great. Yeah, we went straight to the arena to get a workout in, check our weight. They did all the workout. Now we're going to check into the room, shower up, and get some rest and be ready to go tomorrow.
All right, we got Sonny, Kling, we got Richard, Murillo, and guys, listen, both of you went to the CIF State Tournament last year. Both of you were runner-up. You came so close. And Sonny, I'll start with you, man. Coming so close, how does that fuel you? How does that drive you to maybe finish on top of that podium this weekend?
Well, it didn't feel good coming in second last year, and I'm really hungry this year for the state title. So I've been putting in a lot of work. Nutrition's really good, and I'm ready to go.
And Richard, the same thing, man. I mean, you were in the same boat. It's probably the same answer as Sonny just said, but coming so close last year, what do you think you might be able to do differently this year so you can come in first place in the state?
Yeah, just stay focused. I've been training hard ever since that loss last year to take it back this year.
And Coach Lowe, I mean, how much do you guys talk about last year? Do you try to, put that in the past and be like, guys, this is new season. You're probably going to be wrestling maybe some new guys. There's probably some familiar names as well. But how much do you look at last year, to fuel or motivate maybe going into this state meet?
A little bit of both. Yeah, we learn off of the past and take that to drive us. But it is a new year, new competitors, and anything goes, this round. And they're ready to go.
Now, both of you guys obviously were Masters champions as well. Sonny, at the Masters meet, what did you do well that you feel like you're optimistic, you're confident going into the state meet, like you'll have a chance to maybe win a state title? What did you do well at Masters?
I know that my timing on my shots is really good, and my down block, spin behind, all that stuff, and my top, bottom, everything feels really good right now. Feels on point. So I'm pretty much everywhere.
And same thing for you, Richard. I mean, do you feel like you're wrestling the best you have all season long, like you're peaking at the right time as you go into the state meet coming off Masters?
Yeah, I feel like I'm well prepared for this tournament.
And Coach, I mean, wrestling, man, it's a hard season. It's a long season. You get to the end where it matters the most. How do you kind of budget your practice times, your training sessions to make sure that they're still fresh, they're still at their best this time of the year?
Yeah, there's no more learning techniques. Okay, they've already gotten what they're going to do this year, and so we just try to fine tune stuff, work on timing, get our weight under control, and just fine tune a little bit of things. But a good drill session each day, and we don't go super long and intense with our bodies, but just try to get them to peak and be ready to go.
All right, Coach, I do want to get back to Sonny and Remy over there, but I know you've got 4 wrestlers total up there in Bakersfield for the state meet. You want to introduce your female grapplers there?
Yeah, this is Kyrie Rubio, our heavyweight girl. And this is Paris Cleese, our 170-pound girl.
Ladies, congrats to making it to the state meet. What are your goals this weekend? Just to maybe have fun and see how high you can finish?
Personally, I feel like it is to have fun and go out there and show what I've been working. And if it's not this season, it'll be next season.
And how about you as well?
I feel pretty good this year. It's my last year, so everything that I've been working on feels really good, and I feel very confident in this.
Just leave it all out there, right? This is your last dance. This is the last chance to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, let me bring you back on because, you know, this is a question I'll ask you, and I think I know the answer, but girls wrestling, just the sport of girls wrestling, has grown in leaps and bounds in the last, I would say, maybe just 5 years or so, maybe 10 years at the most. But how have you seen this sport grow and grow so quickly?
Yeah, it's the quickest growing sport, I think, in the nation, college level also. So it's getting really exciting. I know when I started coaching, there were no girls, maybe one girl in the whole state. And then it just started growing and getting bigger and bigger. And then they finally had to get their own sport, their own season, and it's growing like crazy and all around the nation. So it's really exciting.
All right, Coach Lowe, you're going to have to refresh my memory here about Canyon Springs wrestling. Has the school had any individual wrestling state champions? Because I know about 10 years ago you had a stud. I can't remember his name right now, but I know he made it to the state meet.
We've had we're rich tradition. Yeah, we have a lot of state champions back from the Stephen Abbas and Norman Abbas, and then we've had both Blancos, Luis and Carlos Blanco, and Johnny Rojas. They've all been state champions.
So, Coach, obviously,
so I personally have had 3 others in the finals, four finalists, all been runner-up. So I'm looking for my first state champ as the head coach.
So going up there to Bakersfield, obviously it's in a huge arena, you know, and there's going to be lots of eyes, and especially if you make it to the final round, you guys know what I'm talking about because you were in the finals last year. You know, the center stage, the lights are all on you, all the eyes are on that one match. Coach, how do you prepare them for that? Do you just try to say, hey, it's another wrestling match, whether we're, you know, in the wrestling room at Canyon Springs or we're here on the center stage in front of, you know, 15,000 people. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I try to stress that, as well as we also go to big tournaments in the off season to get prepared for that. So it's not as a shocker. They've been to bigger tournaments and bigger arenas, so that kind of helps, I think, get them ready for it. They both have been there last year, so they're coming back with all that experience, ready to one-up it from last year.
All right, Sonny, let me ask you this. How do you prepare for it, whether it's the state meet or just any sort of big tournament? Is there a certain food you eat or a food you avoid maybe, or a certain music you listen to, or something in your routine that kind of gets you in that, you know, that right mindset to go out there and have a good meet?
Yes, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Like, diet is number one. After every practice, making sure you're feeling up right, recovering. I like to do like a keto-based diet. That usually helps me out a lot. And then practicing, just getting a lot of drilling in, a lot of takedowns, work on the timing, and that's pretty much it.
And Richard, Remy over here, I mean, you went up a weight class. You're at, I think, 126, right? Right. And you were 120 last year. Do you feel like you're stronger, more competitive in this weight division at 126?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more weight training this year than last year, so I feel like that got me a lot stronger.
Well, Coach Lowe, man, listen, yeah, Canyon Springs has a couple guys that should be in the hunt for a state championship come Saturday night. You got a couple gals behind you as well, so 4 Cougars and all up there in Bakersfield for the CIF State Tournament. Coach Lowe, listen, I know you guys just rolled in. I really appreciate the time. We will be following you down here in the Inland Empire to see how you guys are doing all weekend long. So, Coach, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
That is Coach Lowe, Sonny Kling, Richard Murillo, and the Canyon Springs wrestling team here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck this weekend. Oh, that was awesome. Really appreciate that. All right, that's going to take us into our first commercial break of the night. When we come back, we're going to talk some Ramona High School girls soccer. The Rams are headed to the Division 6 finals in an all-local final. They will play on the road at Carter on Friday night. We'll check in with the Rams when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
What up, y'all? Boostman here, gonna break you off with another quick 2 cent. Athletes, if you're looking to improve your speed, be careful not to compare yourself to your peers. Because of genetics, unfortunately, you may never be as fast as the fastest player on your team. But you can definitely improve your own personal best and steadily reach your maximum potential. Remember, if you want to continue to grow as an athlete, don't try to beat the rest, beat your best. Boostman.
Hello, I am Vanessa Carbajal, Community Recreation Manager from the City of San Bernardino Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. To let you know, the San Bernardino Arts Fest is back. San Bernardino Arts Fest will be held at Court Street Square, right in the heart of downtown San Bernardino, on Saturday, March 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have local performance groups, various artists, vendors displaying and selling their work, San Bernardino Unified School District Student Showcase, novelty items, and of course, a variety of food. For those of you who would like to participate as a vendor, go to sbcity.org/parks by February 21st. Artists must be either a San Bernardino or Riverside County resident. For more about the Arts Fest, please call 909-384-5233 or go to sbcity.org/parks. We look forward to seeing you in downtown San Bernardino, coming together as a community to support local artists.
As soon as someone gets some video or a picture of him like throwing a football on the beach or something like that, be like, oh wait, hold on, let's go see if did he file his retirement papers with the NFL? Like maybe he's leaving that door just a little bit open to make a return. But yeah, as soon as we see him working out in a gym or throwing a football somewhere, people are going to start, those rumors are going to be swirling. Could Tom Brady come back? We got the USFL, we got the XFL. Like if you're into football, Patrick, you could find football this entire offseason.
It's kind of like pizza. Even bad football, still pretty good, right?
It's hard to mess it up, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
Inland Sports. We are the IE. We work hard. In fact, that's the way we like it. We wake up early, we stay up late to get the job done right. That blue-collar, hard-working mentality is the same reason we have so many successful teams and coaches and athletes in the Inland Empire. We never give up. We are a resilient bunch in the IE. Everything we have, we've earned.
no excuses. It's this determined attitude is what powers our small businesses, and that's how championships are won. The Inland Sports Team is looking to team up with other like-minded small businesses in the IE. Together, we can grow. We can be bigger and better. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But we're not looking for easy, just looking for an opportunity. Joining the Inland Sports Team could be the opportunity that you've been looking for.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last several years. In fact, we're going on year number 8 of the Inland Sports Show. It has certainly changed and evolved over the years, and you guys have been along for the entire journey. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're on social media, so if you're already following us or subscribing, great. But you can also tell your teammates, your people at school, your family, your friends. There's the Inland Sports YouTube channel, approaching 2 million views. We got several thousand subscribers. We appreciate it. And make sure you share with other folks who might not be subscribing. Same goes for Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. And if you're looking for immediate results, breaking news, we post pictures and shorter videos. Check us out on Twitter. That's Inland_Sports on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook. Yeah, we're still doing Facebook. In fact, we live stream the Inland Sports Show on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can check it out there live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. We're also on the gram, the IG. If you want to see pictures and shorter videos from a lot of the games and events that we go to, you can check it out on Instagram. So if you support us by following along on social media, thank you so much. And if you'd like to take that to the next level, Inland Sports also has a Venmo account. If you'd like to financially support the show, you appreciate the service we provide to the IE, you can do that as well. Again, this is just an opportunity to say thank you to all you guys out there who follow the Inland Sports Show. You watch the Inland Sports Show each and every week. Thank you guys so much, and the best is yet to come. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody, live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. We appreciate you tuning in. We are all fired up, even with the weather. We're all fired up for the soccer finals coming up on Friday and Saturday. Love Division 6 on the girls' side. It's all local with Ramona playing on the road at Carter in Rialto. Join us live on the show, the coaching staff for the Ramona girls soccer team, Coach Noemy Castro and Ivan Sanchez. Guys, first off, congratulations just making it to the finals. But Coach Castro, I'll start with you. I would assume just making it to the finals, probably not good enough. You want to win the whole thing. Is that safe to say?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I always kind of tell them, you didn't come this far to just come this far, right? The girls have been having a phenomenal preseason to season. So I'm like, let's just keep it rolling.
Well, Coach, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I played high school soccer up in Northern California, like up in the mountains, and it got cold, and it was a winter sport. So I'm not afraid of a little rain and snow, but I'm saying Friday night, it could be pretty wet. It could be pretty cold. How do you prepare for something like that?
I mean, it's just going to be kind of just a mindset, just how the girls perform and come out. But we've been kind of talking about it. I believe on one of the Tuesday games, I want to say it was the quarterfinal. Irvine. It was against Irvine. We got a random, like it said 20% chance, and we got it felt like a thunderstorm. So I think they're a little bit prepared, I want to say. But I mean, I tell them like, we're going to play in the rain. They're going to play in the rain. There's no excuse there. So kind of just go out and play your game and enjoy it in a sense.
Okay, so we're looking at some highlights from that big win against Anaheim in the semifinals to punch your ticket to the championship match. Coach Sanchez, when you look at the team right now, do you feel like you guys are playing your best soccer of the season when it matters the most right now in the playoffs?
I believe so. I think we've come a long way from the beginning. We kind of knew we had some talent to get as far as we could, but little by little we could see the team coming together and players stepping up. We will move players around, whether they were playing in the midfield as forwards or even sometimes forwards as defenders, and they all will work really hard. So I liked how we ended the game against Anaheim, the way we were touching the ball and just the attitude. I think they really won it, and I think no matter what happens on the game Friday, it's going to be a really good game to watch.
Yeah, when I was at that Anaheim game in the semifinals, I know soccer can be a very cruel sport because I felt like you guys were clearly the better team. You were more dominant. I'm like, Ramona better win this because they look like the better team in this match. But again, I know soccer can be cruel. The other team just needs one good shot, and that's all they might need. But Coach Castro, as you go into the finals, against this Carter High School team, is it more about what you guys need to do, or do you scout your opponent very much? Like, how do you prepare for this championship match?
Honestly, I kind of just tell my girls, hey, we don't really need to switch too much. Just play your guys' game, just so they don't get, in a sense, nervous or kind of just having too much adjustment. We kind of just go with the kind of play how you guys have been playing. We just need to adjust little things from previous games that we saw. But mostly on that end, on me personally, I don't really look at too much stats or kind of let them know. I know Coach Ivan kind of does more of that sense, and then he kind of just relays the message to me in regards to that. But I kind of just tell the girls, we've kind of played different styles of teams and they played different. So we've accommodated certain little things in league. So that prepared us definitely for playoffs.
That's good. That totally makes sense there. Coach, put you on the spot here. Has Ramona ever won a girls soccer CIF championship? Have they ever made it to the finals?
No, honestly, I kind of like jot some dates down. This is a first appearance for CIF playoffs. So we're making history. I give it all to the girls. From preseason, they kind of said, we're going to do this, coach, and let us know what we need to do, and we'll make it happen in a sense of they are going to put their heart in, talent-wise and just mentally and all that. So, I always tell them, hey, don't stop here. Like, let's just keep making history. And, but yeah, we've never appeared in any CIF. Last year was our first go around with even making it to CIF playoffs. So I think this year was a little bit more like less nerve-wracking for them. But yeah, I kind of jot some things. I think the last time they won league or whatnot was like back in 2006. Yeah, so it's been like a couple years now.
Yeah, finally having some success at Ram High. And Coach Sanchez, in preparation and leading up to the championship match, do you try to highlight how big the moment is, or do you try to downplay it? Say, hey, girls, it's just another match. We've been playing good soccer. Let's not change anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't stress. It's just another match. How do you prepare for that, Coach Sanchez?
I think we do take it a game at a time, and I always tell them before the game, I try to remind them at every practice, it's just another game. It's whether you show up to play, who's going to want it more. Because in the beginning of the season, I will tell them the other way, like it's going to be a big game, that make sure we're prepared. And then the mental toughness wasn't there. So I think it's been working more of like, just take it one game at a time, just go in there, have fun, enjoy the way we're playing. And then we just adjust and kind of fix what we need to fix. But we've been focusing a lot on them just playing their game. And that's been working for us. So we kind of, even this week, are continuing to do the same, just kind of do the same routine, same everything, so to keep them as calm as possible.
You know, Coach Castro, Coach Ivan brings up a great point. When you look at the season as a whole, like maybe in the beginning you're kind of hard on them and trying to build them up a little bit, and now that you're here, that's like you feel like they're battle tested and ready to go. From the start of the season to where you're at right now, is it rewarding as the head coach to kind of see the progress of this team and kind of see all that hard work pay off with a spot in the finals like this?
Yeah, definitely. It's just kind of like what Coach Ivan said. It's been a long time coming. So yeah, we were kind of nailing them like at the beginning, like we just need to be mentally strong, because skill-wise we have certain skill-wise individually, but now it's a team sport. So now how can we come together and adjust to certain little things like that? Because some play some travel ball club, or some even just play rec. So it kind of just depends us coming together at the end. It's been a good journey, and it's been rewarding. Yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll even be more rewarding come Friday night. And then, of course, the SoCal Regional, the state playoffs the week after. So there could still be several more games in your future. But Coach Castro, Coach Sanchez, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck. We're looking forward to that big match in D6. Congratulations on this point, and best of luck on Friday night.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got it. That's Ramona High School Girls Soccer here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of Beaumont wrestling. We'll be right back on the Inland Sports Show.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
What up, y'all? Boostman here, gonna break you off with a quick 2 cent. With over 10 years in the game developing athletes, I'm gonna share with you guys 3 major keys to developing speed. Number 1, you gotta get stronger. This increases your capacity to produce force. Number 2, you gotta improve your running mechanics. I'm talking about arm action, leg action, and good posture. Number 3, you gotta sprint. High quality sprints that uses acceleration and max speed are vital for sport specificity. There you have it. 3 keys for speed. Now get to it. Your boy, Boostman.
Hello, I am Vanessa Carbajal, Community Recreation Manager from the City of San Bernardino Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. To let you know, the San Bernardino Arts Fest is back. San Bernardino Arts Fest will be held at Court Street Square, right in the heart of downtown San Bernardino, on Saturday, March 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have local performance groups, various artists, vendors displaying and selling their work, San Bernardino Unified School District Student Showcase, novelty items, and of course, a variety of food. For those of you who would like to participate as a vendor, go to sbcity.org/parks by February 21st. Artists must be either a San Bernardino or Riverside County resident. For more about the Arts Fest, please call 909-384-5233 or go to sbcity.org/parks. We look forward to seeing you in downtown San Bernardino, coming together as a community to support local artists.
Clock. Chiqueño drives inside at Williamson. Plays it down low to Batten. Baseline jumper, no good. Offensive putback is for Taryn Armstrong. Crashing the glass and gets the follow-up, 82-59.
Yeah, that was a huge win for CBU men's basketball. We're coming down the home stretch of the WAC season as we go towards WAC Vegas, the conference tournament. That was a blowout win against Seattle. A couple more big ones coming up. The CBU women's basketball team will be home on Saturday against Utah Tech. I hope you'll join me on ESPN Plus for that one. The women's basketball team has a real shot of winning conference and making it to the big dance. All right, right now, join us here on the Inland Sports Show. We're heading back to the wrestling mat. We're going out live to Beaumont High School. Coach Maria Ramirez and Matthew Small from the Cougars joining us here. And Coach Ramirez, listen, Matthew's one of your wrestlers, but what makes him unique on your squad?
Well, Matthew, you want to answer that?
I'm a visually impaired wrestler.
So Matthew, listen, this is a great story. In fact, a competitor actually told me about Matthew's story. He was like, you need to get him on the show, and Coach Ramirez, man, you need to talk to them and how cool it is. So Coach Ramirez, so this is Matthew's first year wrestling. Did he come to you? Did you seek him out? How did you guys make this connection?
He actually came to us. He went and talked to our athletic director and wanted to try wrestling. He's been interested in many other sports and basically seek to confirm to see if he can come and wrestle.
So Matthew, what was it about wrestling? I mean, did you have any interest in the sport, or was it something that you felt like you'd be able to do? Like, why did you choose wrestling?
Well, so my dad coaches soccer, and he had a player whose brother was, I think he was state champion at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember their names, but so they suggested that I get into wrestling a few years ago, but I didn't know if I wanted to yet because I didn't know if it was the right thing for me. So I tried out for cross country and track, and it was really good, and I liked the exercise and workout that I got from it. And then I met Alex, who's another wrestler on the team, who suggested that wrestling might be like good for me because of the workouts that we do there.
So 1 year in the books, Matthew, what did you think? Was it great? You can't wait for year number 2? I think you're only a sophomore. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm just a sophomore. I can't wait for next year. It sounds really fun because I didn't get to go to very many tournaments last year, just a lot of duels. So I'm looking forward to getting into more tournaments.
And Coach Ramirez, you are, a Beaumont alum. You're back at your school. You were a wrestler there. Now you're back coaching the program. What's it been like? And I'm sure you take a lot of pride in coming back to Beaumont and leading the program right now.
Definitely. It's very fun. It's really cool just to be able to be a coach to the team and be able to coach something that I enjoyed when I was in high school. Obviously, every job has its difficulties, but we strive in success, and I really appreciate everything that wrestling has brought back to me.
That's a great point you make, Coach. Like, wrestling, I feel like, can teach a lot of lessons in life. I feel like all sports can, but wrestling really does. What are some of the things that wrestling, the sport, maybe taught you as you were a teenager, maybe 17, 18 years old, that you still as an adult is applicable today?
The most would probably be discipline. In wrestling, obviously you have to, you're pushing yourself harder, if not, just as hard as any other athlete. You're pushing yourself to the hardest to be the best that you can. But one of the biggest things that we teach as coaches, and one of the biggest things that wrestlers have to do, is while you're pushing as hard as your friends, you still have to manage your weight. So it's very, very hard being disciplined in what you eat, how you eat, just to make those weight cuts.
That's tough. When the season's over, you're like, okay, let's where's Hometown Buffet or Golden Corral or something like that to go eat. So Matthew, in your first year, what do you think wrestling taught you? Like, was there something that you learned along the way that you feel like you're going to be a better person for having, wrestled your sophomore season?
Yeah, definitely like discipline, because with doing wrestling, and I also learn like Braille and stuff in the morning, so I don't have a lot of free time. And I take some like hard classes, so trying to keep up with homework definitely taught me like time management and stuff like that.
All right, so Matthew, let me ask you too, just, the nuts and bolts of being visually impaired in wrestling. Is there anything that you do different than the other wrestlers? So, I don't know, so coach can communicate with you, or, the official on the mat can communicate with you. Is there anything different? Because I just don't know. I'd just like to know the nuts and bolts of how that works.
Well, when we begin the match, we have to begin the match with contact, like with our hands like this. Mm-hmm. And then throughout the match, like when we're like up, we have to remain in contact so that I know where they are. Because if they were to back up, they could easily circle around me and get me unaware.
Sure.
So we got to remain in contact the whole time.
And Coach, how has Matthew been in addition to your program? Like, has he inspired other folks to maybe come out and wrestle? Has he, been, a guy who's always there first at practice, last to leave, or anything like that, to kind of say, hey guys, let's work hard in the wrestling room. Matthew's here. We got a great program. You're back at Beaumont, so it feels like there's a lot of positives right now with the Cougars.
No, yeah, definitely there is positives. The whole team are super hard working. having Matthew being one of those hard workers and just showing, like, pushing through these difficulties through the disability, like, it just goes to show that anyone can wrestle, anyone can put in the work.
Yeah, and I'd like to add that my teammates have been very great. Like, to me, whenever I needed help, like, we go on runs before we do like wrestling, and they've always got someone to go along with me to make sure I don't trip or fall on anything. They've just been very supportive, and I'd like to thank them.
That's awesome. That's so great to hear, Matthew. One final question, because I have traditionally found out that wrestlers are usually some of the best students on campus as well. They always seem to be like the model citizens on campus, and they get great grades. So, Matthew, I have to ask you, how are your grades right now?
Well, last quarter I had a 3.75 grade average, so that was good.
Yeah, that's really good.
But I was just sick for 2 weeks, and I missed a lot of classwork. So my grades have taken a little dip, but they'll go back up.
I think, and Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Beaumont as a whole does really well with grades. I think the boys basketball team was like the highest GPA in Riverside County or something like that. Does that sound right?
I think they were. I know that our season, this season, the wrestler semester's grades did go up from an average from last season.
Good.
So see, last season we've had a lot of difficulties with COVID and everything. So I can definitely understand where the grades could have been compromised or something.
Yeah.
But all in all, the wrestling program usually has really good GPAs, and yes, the boys basketball team does have good GPA. They did get the Riverside County.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that is really cool. But going back to the wrestlers, I always find wrestlers are like, you know, oh, he's the valedictorian, or he's got straight A's, or he's in honors. Like, they always seem to be good kids, good grades, and I think Matthew's another example of that. So, Matthew, hey, congrats on your sophomore season. Can't wait to, you know, have you back on the mat your junior season. And, Coach, congrats doing big things at Beaumont at your alma mater. I really appreciate you making time to come on the show tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, too.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Coach Ramirez.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That was Beaumont High School Wrestling here on the Inland Sports Show. Let's take one more quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to take one more look at the San Gorgonio boys soccer team advancing to the Division 6 championship match. We'll be right back on the Inland Sports Show.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Boost Man here at the Boost Performance Center. Wanted to take an opportunity to say good luck to all the girls and boys representing the IE this coming weekend for CIF championships. And once season's done, you know where to find us. Boost Man. What up, y'all? It's your boy Boost Man here, breaking you with a quick 2 cent. Coachable athletes will always be the best athletes. They meet their coaches' expectations, they can be pushed harder, take constructive criticism, and don't mind having more responsibility placed on their shoulders. Because of this, they see more playing time, have leadership roles on their team, and have coaches who will rave and rant about them. Being coachable doesn't require talent, but it is a skill. You can be a talented athlete on your team, but if you're not coachable, you'll never be the best athlete. Boost Man.
Bernardino has implemented a new low-cost sidewalk vending program in hopes of expanding opportunity for community members to start sidewalk vending safely and lawfully. We want everyone to have access to the economic benefits that sidewalk vending brings, but we want to make sure that our sidewalk vendors know the do's and don'ts when it comes to our city. We must make sure that vendors are keeping our residents safe by following general health and safety standards, and by following all city rules. Like, did you know to legally sidewalk vend in the city of San Bernardino, you'll need a seller's permit? What about the $1 million general liability insurance that you are required to have? Don't let this scare you. When all is said and done, the cost of the annual permit will either be $64 or $154. We want to help in every way we can when it comes to vendors lawfully running and growing their small businesses. But those who operate without the proper permits can and will be cited. Citations can run anywhere from 100 to a misdemeanor, and repeated violations can result in the confiscation of items needed to sidewalk vend. We do not want this to be you. So if you have any questions or concerns regarding the new sidewalk vending program, please call us at 909-384-5035, where staff will help you navigate your way to becoming a safe and permitted vendor in our city.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified at Team Vision TV 16. Time now for our Ken's Sporting Goods must-see game. It's at the Honda Center. It is Saturday night, and it is the boys basketball Open Division Championship. Centennial taking on St. John Bosco. I know it sounds like a football championship game, but it's basketball. Centennial, you're back-to-back Open Division champions, trying to make it a three-peat, taking on St. John Bosco. I thought it was going to be Centennial against Harvard Westlake. Maybe Sierra Canyon might have snuck in there, but no, it's St. John Bosco and Centennial. Saturday night, the Honda Center, the home of the Anaheim Ducks, and we'll see if Centennial can make the three-peat before they embark on another state championship run. That is the Ken Sporting Goods must-see game, Centennial and St. John Bosco in boys basketball Open Division. All right, now to our big boost play of the week, and it's boys soccer. I told you it's championship week, basketball, soccer, CIF Southern Section playoffs. Let's go back to the semifinals. San Gorgonio in the boys D6 semifinals. And there is the goal by Ezekiel Soto. Soto the goal, and that would be your game winner with about 12 minutes left in the match, sending San G to the CIF Southern Section Division 6 finals. In fact, San G has not been in a CIF soccer championship match in about 30 years, and they have never won in boys soccer, but they got that big win there against Chaminade. They will play Victor Valley on Saturday night for the Division 6 title, and that would be, again, their first CIF title ever in boys soccer. We had a chance to talk to Ezekiel Soto and head coach Adrian Villalobos after the match.
Inland Sports. Yeah, that's going to be pretty special. We had a pretty big crowd tonight, and I think it's going to be even bigger on the weekend. So yeah, it's pretty special. Pretty special. You know, we have a lot of people that follow San G, and it's going to be pretty special that we're going to be at home in front of our crowd.
And you were telling me San G boys soccer has reached a CIF Southern Section championship game in the past, but they don't have a CIF Southern Section title. That's correct?
That is correct. And in 1997, they made it to the championship game, and they lost against Mater Dei. Yeah, 2-1, I believe, on a PK. So yeah, we're looking forward to bringing a CIF title for the boys soccer team. So yeah, we're super excited. And back in 2014, we lost this game, the semifinal game. So you know, we one step closer now.
Yeah, I mean, prepared. Me and my team, we're ready to take on, I'm guessing, Victor Valley. Yeah. We're ready to take it on, all out on them, and come home with that ring. I mean, fans have been super supportive, parents, family, everything. They've been supportive. I'm sure we'll get the same crowd, if not bigger. So hopefully they all come out. I mean, it helps a lot.
Inland Sports.
So in soccer on the boys side, we have San Gorgonio taking on Victor Valley Division 6 championship. On the girls side, we mentioned Ramona and Carter Division 6 all-local final. Also, Hemet in Division 5 taking on Keene Lutheran for the CIF Southern Section title. So a couple soccer matches to keep an eye on. And again, with the wacky weather coming up later this week, the storm of the century right here in the Inland Empire. Well, a big thanks to all our guests tonight. Canyon Springs Wrestling live from Bakersfield for the CIF State Meet. We had Ramona Girls Soccer, Beaumont Wrestling. Really appreciate the time. And the biggest shout out of all, of course, our director, Johnny Nunez, behind the scenes here at Teen Vision TV 16. My name is Pep Fernandez. Stay safe out there, especially this week. It's going to get crazy with the weather. God bless you guys, and we'll see you next week on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.